Welcome to the Tomosi Business Training Series. The basis of these sessions is to support the Tomosi Group staff and management to raise their capabilities and performance. This is also a platform to share our experience with young entrepreneurs making an effort to build their startups in Uganda and across Africa.
Number 3, go for insights. Go for insights. Many presenters answer the terms of reference as best as they think possible, but they don't realize that clients are looking for solutions to underlying problems that even clients themselves might not have seen or anticipated when they set the TORs. Even the implementation of a solution you propose itself can generate new problems. Clients are always therefore looking for insights to those who come to them. This is because insights show discernment by a presenter and his or her full understanding of the forces that lie behind certain product behavior, certain actions that have in turn generated the very problems whose answers they are looking for. Now, for more reading and study of how to find insights, I want to refer you to a communication training presentation that we made for the National Water and Sewerage Corporation sometime last year. I can't remember the title, but we spent some time on helping that client on how to develop insights in terms of communication. There are also some good behavior scientists and decision-making analysts, people like Gary Klein or Daniel Kahneman. All these books are with us at our headquarters at Port Bell if you're really interested in reading. When we bring fresh insights into the presentation room, and I'm using both verbs, fresh and insight, when they actually mean often the same thing, but I'm doing this for emphasis. When we do this, we demonstrate to our prospective clients that we have invested time in studying and understanding their problem, and that we possess some capacity to find solutions to these issues. When we illuminate, the word illumination, provide light where there was, sort of ignorance or darkness. When we illuminate the areas that the prospect might not have seen or might have ignored, we're doing true value creation in that room even before we get the job. Now, the warning I give you is this: we do not develop insights very well when we refuse to turn off the noise of social media and other daily distractions. Insights are interesting. They tend to come with deeper reflection and asking the non-obvious questions, and also making time to read as widely as possible. That was our point number 3, and we said you go for insights, you bring light to customers where they may not have seen. Let's go to number 4 and final one in our part 2 of this presentation. Number 4 is handling objections. We dealt with this topic at length under our sales training session, but let me just repeat a bit of this in this session. Sometimes objections are less to do with our presentational style or the material we have or the answers we have brought to the problems which were presented to us. Objections might have to do, interestingly, with matters of opinions in the room, biases, rumors, stereotypes, that prospects might have heard about us as we present or before we came into the room. I want you to remember this. People are always almost attracted. They're either attracted or repelled by some of these things. Either way, you have a role as a presenter to play in clearing these when you have been given an opportunity to stand in the room on behalf of the company that you're presenting for on behalf. Some people at this stage, when these things come up, these objections, some people at this stage either blow up or clam up. Blow up because they can't stand being asked these questions. They're upset. Or clam up because they just don't know what to say. They start sweating.
I'm saying this on live TV. What? No, put that thing down. Let me address. What type of stupid question is that? What type of stupid question is that? Bankrolling who? Do you know who you are talking to? I will not take any questions from this man. What type of insulting question is that? Which bankroll? To do what? Who can give me money for anything? Who do you think you are talking to?
I'm sorry, sir.
Bankroll what? Go and report yourself to your publisher. Bankroll what? Please don't insult me here.
Okay,
I don't want to take any questions from this man.
Okay.
I could see from your face before you got here how stupid you are. Don't ever talk to me like that. Who do you think you're talking to? Bankroll who? You think that I'm one of those ones you'll be... From who? From how? When? Where? How? You have a small mind. Very small mind. Don't judge me by your own standards. I've been in politics since 1990. I'm not one of these politicians you think will just come. I've been locked up how many times by this government? Suffered. I've been persecuted. Unlike most of the politicians you follow for brown envelope. You. Don't ever judge me by that standard. I spend, I don't take. And I'm not a poor man. I've never been and I will never be. Bankroll how? Don't ever suggest that to me. I'm sorry that it was deeply insulting. I don't often get annoyed in press conferences. I've been doing this type of thing for many, many years. Don't you ever make that kind of suggestion to me.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir, for your time, sir.
Bankroll who, a former minister, a lawyer.
Sorry, sir. He got his language. Sorry, sir.
Don't ever try that with me again. No. Don't, please. You see me well. Don't ever. All right? I have a short fuse. Okay?
Sorry,
Don't.
Sorry, sir.
Try it with others. Don't. I won't just say right now, I will hit you hard. Don't. And if anybody sent you to ask that question and gave you brand new, go and tell them you got more than they bargained for to do it. Very rude. It's not the standard of daily trust at all. And I will report you to your publisher. Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
Any other questions?
No,
Bankroll.
that's okay, sir. So sorry.
Imagine that.
So sorry, sir.
Somebody has been on the road for how long? You are coming to talk about that.
Sorry, sir.
Now, let me tell you, both of these approaches are wrong. My advice here is that you should speak. You have listened in very well. So now, speak in a measured way. Use concrete language, not wishy-washy. When you give examples to justify why or why not these are right or wrong things they speak of. You should do as much as you can to paint images in their minds with your answers. Demonstrate experiences where these have come up and how you dealt with them in a very particular manner, not generalize it, very particular manner. Why? Because people want to see or hear about tangibles, not too much Lungeleza. In many ways, I find that when we answer, especially those stereotypical questions about our service, when we answer them in a non-impulsive way, in a calm and professional manner, we tend to enhance our presence in the room and we create a convincing mood for our listeners to make decisions. Often I have been in these situations, and when I get the stereotypical questions, I aim at the bar is clear them, but the bare minimum, if you can't, at least get the listeners to doubt their own stereotypes. When I get you to doubt, when I do this, well, I know I've opened a new window of engagement in your mind, which after all is good for the business because it means we can keep the conversation going until we have a solution, until we are allowed in. It means I have shifted their goalposts in their thinking, in their mind. So you may be asking, what are those stereotypical questions? Well, examples include things like this. Hey, is it true that people have to be only Christians to work in your organization? Because we hear that you guys have a church on top of your building and therefore you are fundamentalists. People ask these kind of questions. Is it true that you don't pay taxes? You know, you guys have a way you don't pay taxes and therefore we don't have to have VAT on your invoices? Or is it possible to meet minister for XYZ when we give you this work? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I find it interesting that growing societies tend to have strange opinions about people, about situations. And so I have learned to expect these and to welcome them and even use them as points to reach out and to teach. Let's not assume that there will be only stereotypic objections. There are objections which are genuine, which are based on your misreading, you the presenter in the room. You misread the terms of reference. Misreading comes from limited skill or lack of self-exertion and preparation. Laziness, I should say. Now, I don't want to labor the point here again. The medicine for understanding the needs of the prospective is to genuinely want to solve that prospective's problem, to exert your full energy in preparation, and to take nothing for granted. Sometimes you might think, well, we have a friend in the room. They know about us. They will help us. Listen, I ask you, take nothing for granted. Take nothing for granted. Work hard. Work hard at the pitch. To want to solve a problem for a customer is a calling. To want to solve a problem for a customer is a calling. Therefore, I ask you to work at your calling before you get in that room. Now, towards the end of the presentation, leave some 5 minutes or so in your time so you can round up the room again for any unasked questions. These last minutes can be used for the unforeseen objections that you will answer while you are still in the room, instead of them becoming rumors or misunderstanding when you've left. These last few minutes will help you deliver a good wrap-up of your pitch. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and we are making in Africa. Bye-bye.
Enjoyed this session? We would like to hear from you. Please give your feedback using the Google form attached, or email us at info@tomosigroup.ug, and visit our website on www.tomosigroup.ug, or tune into the Tomosi Business Series on Facebook and YouTube to enjoy more of our weekly training podcasts. You can also visit our offices at Tomosi Business Park, Luzira, Port Bell Road, or call 0789 901 356.